Hey guys, it's Chodaros, new design here by Looms. It's a hook only and it is called the Estrella Gemela Bracelet. I love it, love the colors. I'm not a big color guru, but I'm pretty proud. So it's not too difficult. Just want to grab about 3 different colors of bands, a hook, and we will get started. Okay, so I'll be using the cylindric, or I think this is, this is cylindric black, and the glitter gold, and then from the gem pack, the red. So I'm going to make my exterior the gold. So we want to loom a basic 8 loop setup. Typically, a lot of them are done with 6. This one starts with 8. So we do our cap band, and then we want to slide that on top, and then recapture this cap band, close it up, and then we take another of the same color, and we want to pull those first 2 loops onto the new band. Like that. And then recapture the last loop and then close it up. And then we want to do that once more before we turn. So again, we're capturing first 2 and then reclaiming this last one and close it up. Okay, so now we want to turn it. And we need to pick up the cap band. So take this one off, pull that cap band on, close it up, and then just repeat. Pulling these first 2 loops over, and then recapturing this last one, close it up. Maybe I'm too close. And then one last time, recapturing, pulling the first 2 over, and then recapturing the last one, and then close it up. So now we have 8 loops on our hook. They're split 4 and 4. Okay? So the first thing that we want to do is we want to get another band in between those 2 center ones, and then we want to drop these 2 outside of the center. So that is going to be the black band that you see running through here. So I'm going to use red. So we're going to pull all the loops on except these last 2. So all 6. And now we want to skip this next one here. Pick up these center 2, skip the next one, and then reclaim the last 2, and then close it up. Okay, so we want it to match on both sides. So you see we have the 2 border bands. We just need to slide those over the band we just put on, that will bring that new band right there towards the center. Okay, so now we want to take our next color and we want to put it to the sides of this red band there. Okay, so then we want to take this band and we want to pull it through the first 6 loops. And then we just want to reclaim, in my case, that red band. So we leave these 2 center, pick up the next red band, and then the last 2 gold, and then close it up. So when you close it up, to match this side of the border, take these 2 over that band, like that. Okay, so we're going to stick with that color. So, excuse me, I'm not a fan of referencing the color, but it might be easier in this one. So I'm going to stick with my black, and I want to take this black band, and I want to get it right there into the center of that red. So I'm going through first 4 loops, like that. So then we're going to reclaim the red, the black, skip the first gold, grab that last one, close it up, and pull that gold border band over the black. Straighten them out, like that. And then we want to scoot on down to the other end to repeat. Okay, so another black one for me. So I want to match this center here, so I need to put that black band right there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 bands. Once I'm in the center, I want to reclaim the red, the black, skip that first gold, the last gold, close it up. And then pulling that border band over. Okay, so, I hate not having it closer like that. All right, so now we want to add another red band. Okay, so then that means we're going to drop this red band and the side one. So take that, the second color we use, and we're going to pull that, all of our bands, six bands on top. So we want to drop that one black one there. Basically, we just want to reclaim these 2 center bands. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and skip the next 2, and then reclaim the last 2, like that. And then we want to pull that border band over, and then that next one in line over like that. Okay. So now we're going to start putting everything back to the border color so we can start the next pattern. So we're going to do one band at a time. So our goal is to get it in between those 2 center black bands. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4 bands over. Reclaim the first 2, that black and red. Leave that black and reclaim the gold and then close it up. And we don't want to pull this band over. We want to keep it in that sequence. So now the first end of that band is in the middle. So we want to carefully turn it and repeat. So we want to take a border color and we're going to place it again right in the center. So we take the first 4 bands and then we want to reclaim the first one, the second one, leave that third one, the fourth, close it up, and leave the borders as is. Okay, so now our next step will complete taking all the colors off the hook, and we're going to be, where'd my band go? All gold. So we want to take this to right here. So I want my 2 gold, my red, and my black, like that. And then I only want to recapture the last and then close it up, and then leave your border bands as is. Now we slide it down and do that again. So we're doing the first 4 bands, and then we only want to recapture the last band and then close it up. And there is your first pattern. So then we end up with another 8 bands on our hook. Okay? Alright, so as my red band is my center, I'm going to take that color again and pull that through 6 bands. Why did I turn my hook like that? Okay, so then we want to skip the next one, and we only want to pick up these 2 center bands like that. So you want to leave this next one and then your 2 outside border excuse me, and close it up, and then take that border, pull it over top, like that. And we take our next color, and then this one, remember, we want to put it on both sides of this red band. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we want to go ahead and pick that red band up, pick the other end of that red band up, the last 2 gold, and then close it up. Remembering to pull your border bands over. And now that band is on both sides of your center band. And then we're going to stay with that black band, and our goal is to get it in the center here and drop one of our borders. So we're going through 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to reclaim the first 2, skip the next one, grab the last one, and close it up. Border band goes to the outers, to the outside, and then we want to turn it and repeat. So again, we're going through the first 4 loops. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we want to reclaim that red one and this black one, leave the first gold, pick up the last gold, and close it up. Then pull that border band over. And that's what you should have. Okay, so now we want to start closing it up with adding the border color again. No, I'm sorry. We need to add one more red band before we start adding our border. So we want to add the red. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bands. We only want to recapture the center, those two black ones in the center there. So that's 1, 2, skip the next 2, pick up the last 2 and close it up, and take these last 2 over the red like that. Now we want to start adding our border color to get rid of all the color bands. So we want this one to go again back into the center, so we're pulling the first 4, reclaiming the first 2, skipping 1, reclaiming the last, and close it up. Do not switch your border bands, they stay as is. Okay, so then when we turn it and do the same. So we're going through the first 4. Okay, and we're going to reclaim the first one, the second one, leave the third, grab the last, and close it up. Like that. So now we want to grab another border color, and this time, again, we're going to grab the first 4, but we're only going to grab the last loop and close it up. So then we turn it around and repeat. First 4, and then only reclaiming the last loop, close it up. And now we are back at the beginning of our sequence. Okay, so again, we start with a red band that goes through the first 6 loops, only reclaiming the center, so skip 1, pick up the center 2, skip 1, pick up the last 2, and then close it up. Pull your border bands over. Grab your next color. I'm going to go through again, all 6 bands. We want to reclaim this red one, the red one, the last 2 border, close it up. Pull the border bands over. Okay, so now we want to add another black band, and we get that one where one end is going to be in the center of the red. So that means we go through the first 4 bands, recapture the first 2, skip the next one, recapture the last, and close it up. And now we want to turn it. And repeat. So our band goes through the first 4, recapture that red and black, skip the next, recapture the last, and close it up. Border band goes over. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 10 loops. When we have 10 loops, we got to put another one of those red bands in there. So we're going to drop 2 bands. So we take this through 8, take that through 8 bands, and now we just want to reclaim the 2 center black bands. So we skip the first 2, pick up those 2 centers, skip the red and black, and then pick up the last 2 and close it up. And then we want to pull those 2 bands over. Like that. Okay, so again, now it's time to start using our border color. So we go to the center. So that's going through 4 bands. And then we want to reclaim the first 2, skip 1, and then just reclaim this last one. Close it up. Leave your border as is. Turn it around. And do the same. First 4. Pick up the black, the red, leave that black, and then pick up the last one, close it up. And then our last step, picking up the first 4 and only reclaiming the last band. And we turn it and repeat. First 4, reclaim the last loop, and then close it up. Oh, I apologize for my camera today. I have my old stand, and it's like I'm looming down here, so I apologize. Alrighty, I'm going to do it one more time, and then I'll let you guys work on it. So we start out with our 8 bands. Red band, go through the first 6, skip 1, reclaim these centers, skip 1, reclaim last 2, close it up, pull the border over. The next color, again through all 6. Then we want to reclaim the first one, the red one, skip the center 2, reclaim that red one, grab the last 2, close it up, border goes back over. Like that. So we're trying to build to 10 loops on top, so we want to add another of that black. Goes through the first 4. We want to reclaim the first 2, leave 1, reclaim the last, and then pull that border over. And then turn it. Again through the first 4. And then we want to reclaim this red one and the black one. Leave this one, grab the last, close it up, border band goes over. So once we have all 10 loops on top, we grab our red color, pull all these bands except for the last 2, and then we're only picking up the center 2. So skip 2, pick up 2, skip 2, pick up 2. These bands go to the outside. And now we are ready to start adding our border color. So first 4, reclaim the first 2, skip 1, reclaim the last. Other side. So going through the first 4, reclaiming the first 2, skip 1, reclaim the last, close it up. Okay, and our last one goes through the first 4, and then we just recapture the last band. And then turn it back. So first 4, only reclaiming the last. And there we are back at the beginning with our 8 loops. And I like the colors. Wow, that's come out pretty cool. Okay, so if you need any more assistance, feel free to rewind and meet you back here in a little while so we can close her up. Okay, so I have my bracelet to the size of my wrist. Boy, didn't that come out pretty. So I'm going to end it at the beginning of the stitch because it'll match this side. So I'm just going to take another of the same color and pull it, and pull it through all of the 8 loops on my hook. Oh, I forgot a clip. Never remember a clip. On that matter, I'm just going to make a slip knot with another band. So that's the place where you would clip it. And there we have it. I love it. Ooh, I really love it. I'm not really good with color. I really like this one. So credit goes to eBuoy Looms for another great design. Again, it is the Estrella Gemela Bracelet. So make sure that you hashtag your renditions, and I hope you enjoyed making this tutorial or making this design, and make sure that you stay tuned. I've got some blizzing bracelets coming up. Thanks guys. Bye-bye.